Hello and welcome to Paisa Live. We have a very special guest today with us who is the founder of the BAZ events. Here we welcome Mr. Walid BAZ.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for welcoming me.
You know, you have been in this industry for so long. You have been the person who's talked about all over the world. You know, that exquisite taste, that premium and luxury, everything, you know, all these words fall short when it comes to BAZ events. And now you are building Zora here in India.
This Zora.
This Zora, yes, I would say that. So, Mr. BAZ, what brings you to India?
India. Actually, first of all, I'm in love with the country. I'm in love with the culture. How do people think? Their mental thinking. I love it. We are also learning here a lot. Me and my team. What bring me to India? This happened 4 years ago for one event that we built, not a permanent event. It's a temporary event for a wedding. First event was in 2021 in Delhi, and the second was the end of 2022 in Hyderabad. So we built the projects of the weddings, big projects. As you know, we do 3-4 maximum projects a year. Due to the time it takes to do this kind of projects, as I told you, it's only extreme high-level luxury events. And this is the way we started in India. And now we are having and building a permanent setup, a wedding venue, actually not only for weddings. It's an event venue in the center of Delhi that we have called it the Zora.
So basically, you have seen that the taste and your setup, everything got a very good response, like a positive response. That is why you're building a permanent setup. By permanent setup, I mean that is going to stay.
Absolutely.
And before this, you were designing weddings, you were creating setups for the wedding, but of course, they did not stay post the function, right?
Yeah, they've been dismantled. As for this one, it's going to stay. And like I said, it's a permanent setup that it can be used for all kinds of events, especially weddings, but can be used for all kinds of events after the experience and of the taste of people in India, which that needs also experience. So we experience that. Now we are in the middle of that taste that we are producing and developing actually the ideas that the clients needs. We are developing their own ideas in our way to deliver to them what do they have or their dream vision of what do they have.
You mentioned the word extreme luxury.
Yes, there is luxury.
Yeah, like what kind of extreme luxurious projects or luxurious weddings are these? Like what is the level of luxury here we are talking about?
Okay, let us say we're talking about cars and we're saying luxury is a Mercedes. I'm talking about private jets.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
Kind of.
Absolutely. I don't know if
No,
if you received the message.
Yeah, I got, because you know a few months ago in India we, I mean the family celebrated those Ambani weddings. So
Yeah.
that kind of luxury you meant?
Absolutely, that's even more.
Even more.
Even more, definitely. As when we talk about luxury, it's even more.
Even.
Actually, every person has his own definition of luxury. But if luxury is here, I promise you we're doing here.
And what are the budgets of these weddings? Like, I don't know, like if it's extreme luxury, my mind is not going up there. I don't know how many zeros I have to put.
A lot. A lot of zeros.
I'm just asking approx.
Honestly, I'm not supposed to share any of the budgets.
No, I'm not
but it's a
asking
big
about
budget.
the,
We're talking about millions of dollars for sure. Millions of dollars for sure.
So do you see that much of clientele here in India? Like, do you think that, say for about, out of the population about for 150 crores, what percentage of client would that be in India?
Let me answer to you that clearly. As BAZ Events is one of the best in the world, we know every market. I can guarantee you when it comes to the wedding industry, India's market is the biggest around the world without even considering any other country. India's market, the biggest, not negotiable. Okay? So, and in the tradition of the Indian people, the wedding itself is a big thing. The family is involved. All the family is involved, even in the decisions. Like when we sit with any client, I don't sit with the bride and groom only. We sit with the whole family. So the whole family, they want to excited to do that wedding. And actually, the much they are interested of weddings and marriages, you can see the lowest percentage of divorce in the world is
It's
India.
right.
So I think these are linked together. All these things are linked together, and I believe the time spent, the money spent, the energy spent on the weddings are even growing more and more in the market of the Indian market.
Out of all the projects you have done in India so far, you know, what was the, I would not say what was the cost, what was the revenue, but still, what was the cost of the entire thing that you built so far in India, like in terms of weddings?
Honestly, I'm not supposed to share this. I can tell you that what we're spending now in the Zora is much more any project have ever been done in India. I do not want to compare, because spending on the venue is something and spending on a wedding is something else.
Right.
Like in the wedding, there is the gold, the diamonds, the dressing, the tickets, stuff. This is something else. But if you want to call as a production for a setup of an event venue, the amount of money that we're spending on Zora is an extreme number for this kind of space that we are building. Extreme number. Without me sharing the numbers, I don't know if I have the permission for that.
So, Mr. Baz, when we're talking about the Zora, you know, what kind of efforts, what kind of difference, what kind of money is being put to make such a premium, such an exquisite thing?
You can just simply say how much they've been spending on the money.
Maybe I can just say that easily. Or you can tell me that easily.
Let's say we're talking about tens of millions of dollars. Tens of millions of dollars. Absolutely. I cannot share numbers, but
Right.
I think you would understand the principle.
Right. So have you, like, is this similar to some kind of other setup that you have done earlier?
None.
Or this is the first one of this kind?
Never been done in this scale. Never. And this luxurious. I know you're linking the luxury thing, or extreme luxury thing, with the
Right.
money. I totally understand, and which it's normal and logical. But I can tell you more. The extreme is in the money and is actually in the execution also, is
Right.
actually in the delivery also. It's not just a normal delivery. Okay, we are executing the best venue will ever be done in Delhi till date, because more venues are yet to
Right.
come. Till date, the best have ever been seen.
And as you mentioned in the previous sentence, not being done yet by you or in the entire world. This kind
In the
of
entire world, not by me. I think the Indian
something like this has never been made by anyone yet. Simple.
never.
First of its kind.
Absolutely first of its kind. Absolutely. Not even comparable.
Not even comparable.
No. You will not even compare. You will come to see the opening and. We would love to invite you, but not even comparable. Absolutely.
So can I call it your dream project?
It is. It is.
Maybe I can
It is.
buy your words
It is
if
what.
it seems to
one
be
of. It is one of the dream projects that we are willing to do. This is the start, and it's definitely not the beginning, not the end.
not the end.
Absolutely.
How different it is. What kind of vision do you have when you talk about the Zora? You know, that passion that you have.
Yeah,
when
the
you
vision
responded.
came actually from India, because maybe I'm personally so much addicted to India. I love the culture, I love the nature. I love, actually, you want to know something? I love how do you people think about nature. I love how do you care about the trees, the dogs. You care about things that in a different way. And we really respect that. And we get inspired by that. The concept of Zora is coming from the nature. In a very, let's say, in a fantasy way. So, nature, fantasy, these are the key words of what you're going to see in the coming, let's say, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, from now, absolutely.
So, you know, when I ask you, when you're building something first of its kind, you know, what exclusive efforts you have to put, maybe, you know, what is the most challenging thing while building the Zora?
Challenging first, time frame is too short. This
And
kind
why
of
is that?
projects, they want to, I think they have a point because the season in India starts in November.
And who are these they? When you
Sorry?
talk about they, who are they?
The client,
The client.
the owner of the owner of the project. They have a point that the season in India
going to
starts in
begin,
November.
yes. That's right.
So we want to deliver before that season. And the time that we have been negotiating to sign, you know, so it was in the middle of August. Middle of August, well, we started on the 18th of August, digging in the floor. Okay, I'm talking about architects and engineers.
Right.
So now we're delivering in the coming 12 days, actually. If you want to know exact time, 12 days will be delivered. You know the Indian market. As much there's a lot of good things in India, there is a lot of.
So you mentioned about the challenges. You know, how long did it take for you to build, dream, vision of something like this? You know.
Okay, this kind of venues mostly it should take between 8 to 12 months for any normal company.
Ideally.
8 to 12 months is done for any normal company around the world can build, but it will take time. Now, I believe BAZ Events is an expert and are professionals when it comes to delivery, how to plan things, the timing is very important. And the client wanted to do it, if possible, he said, to do it in 2 months and a half, which is possible. Everything is possible. There's nothing impossible.
Right.
It is possible as long as you know you have the know-how.
And what was the biggest challenge that, like, of course, there are challenges, maybe big or small. As you mentioned that you pulled it across in within 2.5 months. What was the biggest challenge, apart from the time constraint?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
Transparently.
Yeah.
The weather.
Weather.
Yes, because we knew, we did our research. The client even, all the people we know in India said in September will be no rain.
Yes, but
And if in case of rain, it will happen twice or 3 times in all the month.
unfortunately in Delhi this year, it was completely the opposite.
Yes.
We got our monsoons during the end of August and it rained throughout September.
All of September.
Cats and dogs, yes.
All of September, daily. So
Yes.
can you believe how hard it is to be building, digging and building and foundations and it's raining on you.
Yes.
So the challenge was good, big, but was good. It was a new experience for us.
Right.
We actually worked under the rain. All the people, engineers, architects, laborers, responsible people on floor, worked under rain, day and night. And still working day and night, but not on the rain. Under the roof now.
So when are we expecting this opening?
Delivery should be finished 100% by the 7th, let's say maximum 8th of November. 100%. Few small things for 1-2 days to be made the setup even better. But yeah, 7th of November is the end date.
Maybe we can just say that second week of November is somewhere.
Yeah,
We can
second week
expect
of
this to
November
be-
is definitely ready 100% to be operational.
Why Delhi?
Delhi, as I told you, it's the capital of the biggest wedding industry in the world.
Because you mentioned that you also did projects in other cities like Hyderabad and other ways.
Yes.
Then that's why I'm asking.
The opportunity started in Delhi,
Right.
in Delhi now, in New Delhi. The opportunity came in Delhi, and as we agreed with the owners, it's not going to be the first. It's going to be the first, and it's not going to be the last. So more venues coming from the Zora, and in different cities, not only in Delhi, but we should start from the capital. We believe in the capital.
When we talk about the Zora, you know, how many people it can accommodate in one go? Like how?
You can reach up to 3,000 person inside the Zora, not sitting for sure, because you know the Indian weddings are not
Entirely sitting.
Absolutely,
Yes.
they like to walk a lot.
Yeah, eat a lot, walk a lot, talk a lot,
Yes,
dance a lot.
I've been experiencing the weddings in India. Actually, it's
Yes.
amazing, really amazing.
What is the best thing that you like about Indian weddings? Since you have been a part of most of them, right?
The energy. I believe it's the energy of the people. When they enter, people start coming and moving around from one place to another, because in India they like to have different areas. They want to check this area and that area, what's happening there. So they have actually the curiosity also to see everything, and we like that energy. We love that energy about the Indian weddings, absolutely.
You know, in the earlier answer, you also mentioned that it is not about just two people, but it is also about the entire family. They want to be there for the each and everything, minutest of the detail. So how different is this industry from other industry when it comes to detailing? Because as you mentioned, this is actually correct.
Yes.
We want to talk about everything, the color of the ribbon, the size of the ribbon, the width of the ribbon.
Every single detail.
Everything.
Yeah, yeah.
We would go to 100 places, taste the menu and then book one place. This is what
Yes.
people here do.
Yes, yes, I know.
So how different is this market from the Western markets, because you have been in this industry for so long, catered to almost all the countries, Eastern, Western, everywhere, right?
Absolutely.
What is the biggest thing that differentiates this market
Family.
from others?
Family. Because I will tell you something. Wherever we go, usually the main client is either the bride and groom when it comes to the wedding, or the mom and dad of the bride and groom. No, in India is a way different story. We go to a big meeting, full big table,
Uncles
the
and
uncles, the aunts,
cousins,
cousins, everyone. Even sometimes the cousins are the decision makers.
Yes.
Like I saw, but we love that. It's hard for us.
Have you also seen some petty fights? Because of course,
All the time.
multiple fights happen.
All the time. No, I want this. No, no, we want this. No. I saw that. And actually, it's inspiring because it's inspiring from one place and it's challenging from another, because different tastes, different people, different tastes. So, and sometimes we do pick the taste without even the bride knowledge. It's a surprise. So, but what this is, I'm talking now not as a professional in the industry. I'm talking to you as a human. This what makes the family in India. We can see how the family are so much connected. We do have in the Middle East, we do have this connection, but not as far as India. India's connection, family connection, is a way on another level. Way on another level.
You must have, came across some of the funny incidents as you just mentioned. Can you recall any, like the funniest or the most, I would say, not weird is not the correct word, like very different request that you have ever received from any client? You thought that, this is just...
That's hard. Different, but can you explain that request, define it more so I can know what to tell you?
Maybe some request that you thought, how is this possible? Some impossible request or something. As you mentioned, private jets for you is normal. Some random request that any client made, which you never expected, maybe some...
I will be honest with you.
Yeah.
Actually, these kind of requests is what made me come here, because this is exactly what we do. We do the impossible. We do what's undoable. We do what people believe that cannot be done. This is why we exist, or my company exists, to do the undoable, the impossible, the unlogical, everything about that is why we actually got to that level. Because everything is possible. Even the things that cannot be even, let us say, understandable, is possible. It is possible. I'm getting now on the floor with the clients of the project. They want to build projects and we are talking about ideas. It's almost impossible. It is almost impossible, but can be done and will be done.
See, India is also witnessing the transition from a traditional wedding, a stationary wedding, to also destination wedding. People are exploring a lot of options offshore, to different countries and everywhere. Are you also open for that? I'm pretty sure.
I really want to answer you that, but I do not understand that idea. I will tell you why. When we're talking about India, we are not talking about India. We are talking about India. We're not talking about Beirut.
Right.
We're not talking about Lebanon.
Right.
We are talking about India. So if you want to do destination wedding, do a destination wedding in India. You can, and you have a lot of places in India that I'm sure you and I will not be able to visit all of it one day. So I believe if you want to do a destination, do it in India. You can move from Delhi to Hyderabad, from Hyderabad to Mumbai, from Mumbai to any destination, any Goa, to a lot of cities in India. It is India. So
Right.
1.4 billion person and a lot of big size and space. I believe if you want to do a destination one, do it inside your country. This is what I believe.
So we are going to have the Zora very soon, okay? First of its kind for now, but as you mentioned that you're not going to stop here, you're going to explore more cities as well, right?
Yes.
So do you have any plans in your mind, maybe envision that maybe, 5 or 6 years from now, I would be having designed at least 6 or 7 projects of the level of Zora or maybe more?
1 or 2 years, not even 5 to 6. I guarantee you in the coming 1 to 2 years, when I say we, I'm talking about me and the owners of the Zora, because it is on the table. We are after doing at least 6 to 8 venues in the coming 1 to 2 years. I guarantee you
The
that.
same scale, similar scale.
If it's not even more.
Okay. Do you have any cities in mind?
We have. I prefer not to share it now, but we have.
So the plan is already set.
Absolutely.
The blueprint is on the table.
Absolutely.
It's just that I have to start working.
Yes.
All I need is 2.5 months. That's what I'm saying.
I might go with 2. I might go with 2 months.
Yeah, sure. When we talk about you, what are the 3 things that makes you really different from others? That it could be the thought, it could be details, it could be anything. Just maybe 3 words that makes you different from others. Because I haven't been to Zora yet. So maybe I could have answered that for you.
It's a combination and a package of creativity, consistency, commitment. If it's 3 words. If you want to add one more word, I would say precision.
Yeah.
So creativity, consistency, commitment, and I would definitely add precision on it. This is what defines us.
Mr. BAZ, since you have been in this industry in India for so long, you must have designed a lot of weddings, events. What was the funniest incident that you have come across? Either in wedding or any of the events.
Funniest, okay.
Yes.
I can tell you one time client came and said, "BAZ?" I said, "What?" He said, "Where we're gonna be parking the horse?"
Yes.
I said, "Sorry, what you're talking about?" He
Come
said, "Like
again.
the horse." No, repeat it, please. He said, "The horse." I answered him and said, "Like, I can tell you where the chapter lands, but the horse? Why would you need a horse to park?"
Yes.
So we found out
Yes.
that in the Indian tradition,
Right.
I believe you know already
Right.
why he was mentioning the horse parking.
The groom is
Yeah.
supposed to enter, the groom is supposed to come on a horse.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we
And
prepared
since
for
you
that
are
also.
the expert of the private jet and the chopper, yeah. For you, it just came.
Exactly, like where we're gonna park the horse. That was the incident that like it was a serious. Are you serious or you're
Yeah.
joking with me? So things like that. Actually, we're developing now the parking of the horse. So
Right.
definitely, why not? All right.
So, in maybe a few days, we are going to see what the Zora actually looks and, how different it is, how premium it is. And hopefully, as you mentioned, we don't have to wait for next 5 or 6 years. Maybe in another 1 or 2 years,
Absolutely.
we would be having N number, at least not N, at least 5 or 6 or maybe 4 or 5.
In the coming 1 or 2 years maximum, you will have 5 to 6 venues in all over India on the scale of Zora and above.
And above.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. BAZ.
My
and
pleasure.
we really look forward because this market is going to boom. The growth has just begun and we are lucky enough, we are glad that you are a part of it.
Thank you so much for welcoming me here. It's my pleasure to see you and to be on your channels. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For exclusive and insightful videos, subscribe to our new channel ABP Live Premium.